Okay. Okay, I think that hopefully you can hear me now. I can see the sound came out. Okay. So, alright, so you should be hearing me now. Can you hear me now? I see the sound is working now. Let me know if you can hear me now, guys. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. I don't know, there's something, sometime a virus or something does this all the time. The setting automatically changes. Awesome. Thank you very much. Apology for the delay. Apology for this disruption. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, looking at now again. Now whatever I said, I think that you didn't hear it, so let me repeat it. What we have seen, guys, that okay, so starting from first, everything I said was invisible, so let me begin again. This is the live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I'm your trading coach, Forex Wizard. So I'll be doing this live session, live trading session, live analysis. So make sure, guys, if you're new to the channel, give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also hit that subscribe button. Check if you did it or no. Even probably you're following a long time but you forgot to subscribe it. Check that if you press that subscribe button. So and also press that bell notification so that you are notified anything I'm releasing instantly, all analysis, live trading session, educational videos. So we are talking about gold in the beginning. As you can see, gold, what it did, that it did 4 times false breakout. Let me show you what. There is one false breakout here, there's one here, there's one here, okay, there's one here. 4 times false breakout on gold. Now why gold is doing that, let's do a full investigation and analysis why it is doing and how we can use in our favor. So you see, this is the daily chart. You can see that on gold, and this is the resistance zone on the gold, and this is really you see that on the daily it already has penetrated the trend line on the daily perspective on gold. Now the question is which way gold is likely to do. Firstly, the reason it is doing this false breakout, because this resistance is quite stronger. You see that on the daily perspective, gold first came here from this level, has a strong rejection to the downside to this level, and created this impulse, again came back here, created this impulse. So this is in fact a very strong level of resistance zone on the daily perspective. Now we might see either gold is rejecting from here or it is breaking to the upside. This is the question. As you see that this is the daily time frame. So let's look at the situation from the higher time frame perspective to find out in fact which way gold might be heading. Looking at the monthly, see from the monthly perspective, this level also very important. Now with that false breakout, what gold did, see if you closely look at, you'll see very interesting thing. This is the monthly candlestick pattern. Look at this one. With that false breakout on the daily, what gold did is it completed this trend line with these 3 months price actions. See guys, where you need to look at when you are trading. This is the monthly, okay, this is the monthly. Now yesterday when we were doing the live streaming, gold price came up to here, okay, to this level. Now from that level it just did a false breakout to complete a trend line, okay, to complete a trend line, and we see a smooth trend line has been created on the monthly, right? Let's draw this one properly. Okay, so now what is going to happen is the gold maintaining this monthly trend line, or it is just breaking this and coming back down. So what I think that there are a couple of scenarios may happen, because it is a long-term downtrend, okay, the price already created series of lower high. So this is a very important level of resistance on the monthly perspective. Now from here, if gold managed to break this resistance, we might see a blowout to the upside in the first place. Okay, what I think that gold might break this resistance. Okay, now let's look at the weekly time frame. Now weekly perspective, we have seen a very strong bullish engulfer, followed by it is forming a middleman. What I think, okay, see, the price never moves in one direction. The price already made its move to the upside on the weekly perspective. This bullish engulfer, this week already it has made a move. Okay, now what likely to happen, what I think that gold is likely to do is it might remain this week. So today is Thursday, tomorrow is the last day of trading week, but I think that it might not be able to break this week this high. Okay, it even could remain as a doji this week gold, and next week we might see another one like that. Probably will create a little bit of penetration like this, another doji, and finally on the monthly close we might see that gold has gone up like that. So with that in mind, okay, what we will be doing on gold? That's the question. For me, you see that the price is rejecting from this resistance zone. So the only way we can trade gold now is in a side, in a range, because it is not properly trending. You can see that. Now looking at the intraday, you see on the 4 hour, you see already gold has done this rejection. It didn't trend. If it is trending, we should have seen gold already made its move to the upside. So what I think that gold likely to go up there. During the news, we might see gold is coming back down again to test this important level of previous resistance zone, okay, which is turning support here. All right, and then from here we might see that gold is going up, okay, something like that. So with that in mind, then how we can trade gold? Very cautiously we have to trade gold. As you can see, gold already done 4 times false breakout. So because the market is facing this resistance zone here, okay. So for me, I think that gold now, what is likely to do is coming to this previous resistance zone, which is turning support. So it might go there, okay, to test this level again and creating a lower high. We might see coming back down, and from here, what I think that creating a higher low with that, we might see an uprise. So with that plan, then how we can trade gold? Look, if we see gold in a very important zone on the very lower time frame, we have to sell or buy, because on the 4 hour now we don't have any opportunity for buying or selling, because gold is now in an important level. So to trade on the little bit higher time frame on the 4 hour is difficult now for gold, because the price is in a range. So on the lower time frame, on 1 hour or 15 minutes, if we find any opportunity, we will be trading golds. That's only the things that we will be doing. Otherwise, we'll just look at the price action, we'll see, observe, and during the news we might see some trade coming as tonight news. That means in 11th of November tonight in Sydney time, which is 12:30 a.m. and GBP is 6 p.m. okay, which is coming tomorrow. So and then at night there will be USD news. So we might see couple of trades tonight and tomorrow, okay. So we will take that advantage. As soon as we will find that, we'll take this. Currently the price is in a range. We'll observe. As soon as we will find opportunity, we'll be entering the trade. Guys, thank you very much for joining this live session. Really appreciate your support in this channel. That's awesome, guys. Very good. Yeah, Iso. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Thank you. No problems. Mohin. Yes. Awesome. Jazz. Yes. Yep. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you very much, Mohanad. That's awesome. Give a big thumbs up, guys. Smash the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So let me look at now some other pairs. EuroCAD. So we were looking at this EuroCAD today. I was talking with my students in the group that we missed this trade on EuroCAD. It was in fact a very good trade. Let me show you that. It's our according to our trend following strategy, giving us a buy signal. This kind of trade I really like. If I saw that, definitely I would take this trade. I don't know, maybe I was in meeting or something doing. I have a team who also missed it. So let me tell you, sometimes we miss trade and that's fine, but let's learn from it why it was a really good trade and could be a very profitable trade. No problem, sometimes we miss it, but let's find out why it is so good trade. You see that EuroCAD created an impulse, okay, with this bullish engulfer. You see that there is a long bullish engulfer on EuroCAD. This is the first candle of the week, remember that, and there was an inverted head and shoulder. Okay. We have seen that Euro had created this impulse and then correction twice, okay, a fake double top and then came back down. All right, so now if we look at the higher time frame on the daily, we see that Euro had on the daily tested the 20 period moving average, a very important zone. Okay, this is the support zone on the daily that has crossed the previous day's low, created an overextended market. And if you look at the 4 hour, we see that, let's replay one candle. Okay, so that candle, this one is a perfectly buying candle. You see that, why? Because it has done a clear false breakout. If you look at daily, you see that that candle in fact broke the previous day's low, okay, tested the 20 period moving average on the daily, completed a Fibonacci level after this big move. It's a good trade, guys. In the market you may not find a lot, but when you find, it's a good trade. Patience is very important in trading. If you take your Fibonacci, we see that the price created a Fibonacci retracement, not completely, but this is a very strong trending market. So when you see a very strong trending market and a doji, normally a bullish engulfer followed by a doji, it's a continuation pattern. Now what we have seen that the price has broken the previous day's low, created an overextended market and then started to go up. Now on the intraday perspective, what we have seen that this is the candle that is satisfying a rules of our trend following strategy. This is the indicator, this is available for our students in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, which is giving us a clear buy signal. Okay, so it is clear buy signal here, and with that buy signal we have seen this candle in fact has broken this low, created an overextended, tested this important level and then closed as a bullish engulfer. Now if we trade this kind of price with even 1 to 2, a very good trade, 2 times profit target will be absolutely very good trade. But I think that this, you can target this kind of trade 5 times profit, okay, and then hold the trade like that. Now what you have seen that in fact this one, if we replay this chart, it has gone, but that's a really good trade with this 20 EMA. And then next one is a middleman and continuation. Now it is a doji which is closing. What I think that even this candle might be respected. Euro looks a little bit of stronger, so with that strength we see that in fact EuroCAD has created a very strong impulse on the daily. Also it is pushing to the upside, which is in fact a very important trade. No problems. So Mohana says, Coach, there is a gap in 4 hour in DXY. I think it has to be covered. Thank you for your effort. No problems at all. Let me look at DXY. Okay, so if we look at DXY on the lower time frame, we see that this price action, let me look at bigger picture monthly. See, the thing is that when a long-term trend come for a retracement, you see a lot of consolidation pattern. Okay, a lot of consolidation, and that's fine when you see a long-term trend is in a retracement. So DXY is in a long-term bullish trend. You can see that from here it is in fact a very strongly bullish market. Now with that bullish move, what we have seen, the DXY now coming for a retracement. Okay, so what I think that at any point we could see that in fact dollar get stronger again. The reason is a long-term bullish market is always stay bullish. Okay, so let me look at weekly. Right, so we have seen that on the weekly the price has broken this level. It's not fully clear on the weekly. Let me look at the daily. So on the daily, guys, what we see that DXY so it has opened with a gap with a pin bar, so we might see some short-term movement to the downside. Okay, on DXY. What I think that, you know, the way I'm thinking on DXY and all the USD pairs, what I think it's gonna do is it's gonna again going up to test this 20 period on the daily. Okay, so if that's the case, let me draw this level here. Okay, on the intraday, see in this 4 hour there is an impulse, okay, on DXY. Okay, this is a bullish impulse with this candle middleman. Now normally how the price moves, let me tell you how the market moves in whatever time frame you are looking. When you see an impulse, okay, in a market, in either in a 4 hour time frame, daily time frame, 15 minutes, no matter what, when you see an impulse, okay, in most cases when you see a correction, you can see another effort for that impulse. You see that, and with that impulse, if it fails to create new higher high, that is what we call double top, and then the price reverse. See, you see this in all cases. Okay, now what it did, the DXY, this is an impulse. Okay, it has broken this resistance here. Now what we see, it is coming back down. What you could see, another impulse. Now with that another impulse, if it managed to go there, which is the daily resistance zone, what I think that from here we might see a drop. But for now, it is open. It has opened with a gap. Okay, but this is an impulse. Keep in mind, always the way we look at the price action is comparing the red with the green. What we see in this zone, that means that in this session, in this area, bulls are stronger than bears. So if we see that DXY, let's say, come back down again, went above to fill that gap, okay, and if it fails to create a higher high, you can sell DXY from this resistance level. So if you draw this resistance here, see the same thing here. This is what I'm trying to mean is here, this kind of impulse and then correction. Okay, correction, it has made another impulse, correction, another impulse. Okay, so that's how the market moves. So if we see that this impulse, now it is in coming for a correction. Okay, now it will try to create another impulse to the upside, and based on how it does with this resistance, we could see a drop or we could see a rise. But if we look at daily, what I see that I see further probability for going up from this level. Okay, the reason is very simple. See, when it created this impulse on the daily, came to this level of support, it didn't go for a proper retracement. Okay, if we look at this daily level here, we see a resistance here. Okay, for me, I think that DXY is still bullish for short term. Okay, I don't think that DXY will be able to break this support zone here. It is possible. If in case it breaks, then we'll think something else. But for now, I think it will go for another push to the upside. We'll test this daily 20 period moving average. Okay, and from that resistance, we might see that another one coming back down. So as I told you, that when a market, so you can note down, when you see a long-term bull market is coming for a bearish move, you see that the market is moving in a little bit in a sideways. So what do I mean by this? Let's say like this. Let's say a long-term bull market, you see clear trend on the lower time frame like that. Okay, it's in an impulsive phase on the higher time frame like this. But when it comes for a retracement on the higher time frame, let's say on the monthly, it was in bullish. Now when it is coming for a retracement on the lower time frame, it will do something like that. Okay, so when it was going, you see that you can see a clear trend in the market. Okay, but when it is coming for a retracement, it does something like this. It creates a lower high and lower low. It does something like this, and then finally it breaks, create a reversal pattern and move its way to the upside like that. So now DXY is doing that. See, exactly that. DXY, you see that it was in a clear uptrend, nice uptrend. Now it is in a retracement. You see, this is basically a retracement on the lower time frame. Higher time frame retracement. So lower time frame, it is doing something like that. So once it is doing a ranging, in fact, it is slowly creating a lower high, but it is in fact ranging. Okay, so DXY in a range on the lower time frame, higher time frame retracement, lower time frame range. So when you see a range, this is the support. Okay, this is the support and this is the resistance. So what you could see now, the price in a support, right, on the support zone. So you could expect now for pushing to the upside on DXY, and after some time we might see a drop. So you could see even this month's doing like that. Okay, so we might see finally DXY doing like this. Let's say this is a nice looking price action if you look at it. Okay, so if we delete all of them, then this is the 4-hour time frame DXY, which is ranging. So that is why as a trader we need to understand all kind of market condition, all kind of market structure, so that you can trade in any kind of market situation. The market varies, and once you understand the market, you need to see which way. Now the price in this level, so if it comes down here, give us another bullish opportunity, you can buy. In case if it breaks this support, I think that is less likely to happen. Then we can see in the new market situation for selling, or what we can do based on the new market structure. But for now, DXY is in a range and it's in a support zone. Let it come further down. Now if you look at, this is the daily chart, the one that we have shown. On the intraday we see something like that. Okay, for me, okay, I think that, yeah, I don't think that DXY will be able to break this support zone. Okay, instead it's gonna range here. Okay, so if it's gonna range, then if you look at the monthly, now go back to the monthly or weekly. If you look at the weekly, we see like that. Okay, the price already has broken this weekly low. Now we might see some bullish moves, which is in fact on the weekly perspective is doing like this. So finally, based on what time frame you are trading, if you are trading on the 4 hour, I'll say that it has already broken the market structure. So let's see what happened during the news announcement. We'll see in fact which way to trade. Keep in mind that the market remains very volatile, especially before news and just after news. So these are the best time for trading. Okay, some weeks a little bit of slower based on, you see that this week has very few news announcements. So this week the market is a little bit of slower, but next week again you see that heaps of news coming up, the market will remain volatile, and that's how the market normally moves. So we have to adjust with the market condition, how it is doing. When the market is a little bit slow, best way to analyze more, understanding more, so that when the market is volatile we can trade it. Okay guys, Nasser, Eurusdjpy, either GBP USD is also showing some good signs of buy. Go look at it. GBP showing signs of sell. Looking at coach USD look at it. In the meantime guys, let me know in the chat section how many of you new in this channel, let's say in a week. How many of you just joined, saw me this week and enjoying? I want to know how many of you new here. That will, so when we introduce each other, that gives me more vibe, more energy to work on. So let's look at GBP USD. Okay, yeah, I think that you see that GBP USD also, let me look at first monthly. So you guys see, this is what's happening. I think you know that, I think that GBP USD will range also like DXY. Okay, it's ranging now. If you look at this monthly price action on GBP USD, what we see that GBP USD in fact created this respecting this resistance here. Right, so this is the resistance. Looking at the weekly, this is what happened. You see that GBP USD has gone to this weekly resistance level, and what we have seen that the price now rejecting to the downside, then which way this market might be moving. You know what I think that guys, GBP USD also be ranging. You see, so higher time frame will tell you in fact which way the market is doing what. You see, look at the high of the GBP USD weekly. You see the price gone there, created a lower high. If you look at the low, the price gone there, created a lower low. What I think that the price might come down again, even it may create a lower low. Okay, on GBP USD. So looking at daily, draw all of them. you know what, I think that, yeah, I think that there will be ranging. So ranging means that we could see GBP USD will go up again. Okay, from this level we might see coming back down again. So looking at daily again, okay, so for short term we might see the price has gone up there. Okay, 4 hour, I think that there will be ranging. You see that there is an impulse, okay, created this pattern here, came back down, now going up. So what we could see on GBP USD, we might see primarily a rejection from this neckline, okay, and with that rejection daily. Yes, so what we could see today, this is the daily candle, right, on GBP USD. You see that it has closed here. So if you look at all the low of the daily, what you will see that it is still creating a higher low. Okay, so this is the sign that it is gonna range higher low. And if you look at the high, it created a lower high, right? So what you could see today, GBP USD has gone up, okay, and then again getting rejected, creating a doji, something like that, and then we might see another one coming back down to this level and then going up again. So basically, to complete, if you go back to the weekly, today is the last day of trading week, right? What I think that tomorrow is the last day of trading week. So until tomorrow, GBP USD will do like this. Today will go up, will come back down, and then tomorrow will drop, will create a lower low on the weekly. Okay, what I think that that's gonna happen. So repeating again, you see this is the weekly candle. See, this is always price action. You need to combine price action with the timing. Timing will give you a really good understanding of how the market moves, and most traders miss that point. So if you look at the weekly perspective on GBP USD, you see there is a bearish candle on the weekly, right? It created a lower low and lower high. Now with that bearish candle, the price already gone top of the resistance zone, rejected. What I think that today is Thursday, GBP USD is likely to go up on the daily resistance and coming back down to create a lower low. So this is the fourth dimensional perspective that with respect to time. So what GBP USD likely to do is during the CPI, until the CPI, we might see going up to this resistance, daily resistance, and tomorrow and in the weekend we could see GBP USD coming back down, closing somewhere here. So if we keep that in mind, if we look at daily, so what we could see today early, we could see GBP USD is going up to this level, to this resistance level. Even it could create a lower high on the daily. Okay, let me tell you, it could create a lower high on the daily like that. We'll go there and then we'll create a narrow doji, highly likely to happen, and we'll close here today as a doji daily candle, and tomorrow we could see GBP USD coming back down, probably something like that, to create, which is, so if tomorrow GBP USD drop, then tomorrow is the weekend, then what you could see on the weekly is, go to the weekly again, we could see a weekly candle that is creating a lower low. Okay, a red candle creating a lower low. So looking back again daily, so if we look at now 4 hours, then how we can plan our trading, you see that what I think that GBPUSD is going to do today is going to go up, okay, to this level, which is very important liquidity zone. So we mapped fully how it is going to do. See, you can't analyze these things with here That is why I say that live market experience is very important. If you look at the past candles, you don't know what perspective this candle has formed. Okay, in what situation this candle formed. It's on Monday morning or it's on Friday afternoon. Okay, but if you combine the timing with the price action, then it will make sense. So if you look at GBP USD, what it is doing now is going up, right? So what I think that it will go up exactly to this level. Why? Because there was a reversal here and then drop. So when you see a reversal and then drop, you can expect the price to go ahead and test this previous support zone, which is turning resistance. This is the technical perspective. But if you add that technical perspective with that time limit, timing, the fourth dimension, then what we could see, or I think that GBP USD is coming here to test this trend line. Okay, and as you can see, there is a false breakout candle here on the 4 hour. This false breakout candle, GBP USD is likely to go up again and then to test this level or this level, creating a lower high, and then what I think that it will come back down again to create lower low, probably with this one here, or even lower than this, to create a weekly bearish candle. Okay, and that's how I think that GBP will range, and then we might see the next week again going up again, and something like that it's happening. Okay. And finally we might see it's coming back down again. So yeah, I think that is the situation. So in that case, until New York session, we might see GBP is going up. In New York session on CPI, we might see some, the spike testing that level, and then GBP started to drop later in New York session, closing a daily candle as a doji, and then continuing to drop tomorrow until the weekend and finishing as a bearish candle on the weekly. That could be the situation. Okay, so very good, thank you. Manpreet Singh, gold, thank you very much. Krishna, what will affect US30 price to drop down? We'll look at it. Krishna, no problems. What happened with gold? Yeah, look at it. GBP JPY, please. Yeah, US30, no problems. Boma, US30, please analyze that. Krishna, US30, please. Yeah, look at it. Let me look at first. Let's go to the US30. So with the view on GBP USD, it will reflect it in all pairs. So with that said, what I think that US30 is going to do, let's look at US30. This is the weekly candle. Okay, on the weekly perspective, US30 also doing the same thing. If you look at this one, okay guys, what I think that the direction now it's seen clearly. Looking at first of all monthly, okay, see what likely to happen, that this is the monthly candle on US30. You have seen that previous months this is a very strong bullish engulfer. Okay, now with that strong bullish engulfer on US30, these months we have seen some up and down. It's still where the monthly opening and closing. What I think that US30 on the monthly perspective, this month it might just be ranging. Okay, so ranging means, like for example, it is creating a doji. Okay, now it's still 20 days to go. Then to create a monthly doji, what the price needs to do is just going up and down. Okay, up and down, up and down. So that means that it is going to range this month. Now to take that advantage of the range like we did on GBP USD, let's find out how we can see US30 might be performing. Looking at the weekly, now in the weekly perspective, you have already seen the price created a push up and then came back down, right? What I think, let's go same analogy with GBP USD because they have moved almost in the same way. What I think that GBPUSD today, later today, is going to go up again. In CPA, we might see this zone and then rejecting tomorrow, coming back down, closing as a bearish candle, okay, on US30. So with that in mind, let's go to the daily. Now daily perspective, you see that this is the US30 daily chart. What I think that US30 is likely to do is, this is the daily close. So on the daily close, we have seen the price created series of higher low, right? So when you see series of higher low, you can expect bullish move. Now on the daily today, what I think that US30 is likely to go up, okay, will create a lower high with that, or even break the daily high and then coming back down later today and closing as a doji on the daily. And from this zone, we might see tomorrow drop, even will create a new lower low and then closing weekly candle as a red candle, either above this support or above this resistance. So with that in mind, so if we look at the intraday 4 hour, we could see on US30 that from this support zone, because it's an important support, you can see that if we draw this level, we see that in fact it is an important level, because there is an inverted head and shoulder here, has broken down as expected, and then the price came to this level where the previous support zone here, okay, resistance zone here. So with that in mind, the price came to this support. What I think from here, US30 will go up, okay, will go up, will probably test this doji here, will create a higher low with this doji, right? Will create a higher low with this doji and lower high. So with, I mean that higher low with this long candle, lower high with this doji, and from this zone we might see a rejection again, coming back down, closing as a daily long wick candle, and from that zone tomorrow we might see a breakdown, okay, coming back down, probably closing somewhere here, and which we will see a weekly lower low, okay, weekly red candle. Yeah, so that could be the pathway. Now with respect, what I would say that selling from this zone will be a very good idea, because it's a long-term bearish market, okay. I strongly believe that US30 is going to do like that, guys. For those guys who just joining this live session, I again apologize for inconvenience. Again, I started today half an hour like the old routine that first day I started at 3:30 p.m. Sydney, and really apologize for confusion, and some of you probably missed the starting of the session. The reason is, as I told you, that 4 p.m. in Sydney time become a little bit tough for me as well, because I have other tasks to do, and I saw that most of you also interested on 3:30 p.m. We have 2 sessions because I need to manage all of them. So we have another session on Sydney, on New York session. So I will keep that routine fixed so that everyone knows the timing. So in your time zone, now it is 4:30 p.m. Sydney on the desktop, you can see. So it is now at 4:30 p.m. Sydney. So you can see what time I started. Okay, so I have started at 3:30 p.m. Sydney time. Okay, I have started 1 hour earlier from now, so you can see in your time 1 hour earlier from now. So exactly 1 hour earlier from now, every day I will be doing live this session, and the other one is exactly the same time I'm doing every day in New York session. So these are the 2 timing fixed for everyone. So hopefully that you are enjoying this live session. So for me, I did GBPUSD gold a full breakdown. If you have any question, let me know. So with that said, gold also I think they will do the same as I mentioned earlier today. What I think that gold is going to go up, coming back down, and then coming back down probably, and then might go up next. So looking at weekly time frame on gold, what I think that gold may not be able to go up further this week. What I think that, guys, gold is closing as a doji like that middleman on the weekly perspective, and from that zone next week we might see that this level is breaking. That highly likely to happen. Okay, and I think that at the end of the month we'll see that gold in fact has gone to this resistance zone, and from there we might see that gold again coming back down. So hopefully that you understood what I'm planning, what I'm thinking. I said everything. Now the rest will depend on how the situation is arising. Okay, and I will definitely keep you updated whatever I'm doing. So with that said, guys, make sure you give a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like the stream and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you. I'm almost at the end of this session. Euro GBP Jacksesh. Okay, Euro GBP. In the meantime, guys, if you want to learn our strategies and also trade with us in Forex Trading User Academy, there is a group in our academy as well. There is an enormous value. You can see, you can have this indicator, which is our trend following strategy translated into a Pine script, as well as you can join a trading community. Great traders out there, they're always sharing their ideas and also posting their trade ideas on the group. Huge probability in the group, guys. Make sure you don't miss that out. Once you join our academy, you will be part of a lot of things. Always keep in mind, what you want to do is you have to be with these people when you want to learn something. So Mohanat, US oil, and then Euro GBP, and then I will end it up. So US oil. Okay, for US oil, what I see exactly, see, this is what I said all the time, guys. Hopefully that you understood it now. This is what exactly I said, that US oil likely to break the monthly high and then to reject, and did it. Okay, now what I think that US oil is likely to come back either to test this monthly 20 EMA, or it might even create a lower high with this monthly wickless candle and then could continue to go up. Directly going to the weekly, we see that already a weekly candle created, which is in fact well down. Looking at daily, what I think that US oil might for the short term is going to go up to test this daily 20 EMA, and from here either it will continue to go up bullish again, or we might see a rejection from daily 20 EMA coming back down. So with that in mind, if we look at the intraday perspective, we have seen from here yesterday, this is what I was mentioning, that is likely to drop. We have seen a drop. Now what I think that we might see US oil respecting this support, which is very, very important level, which is previous resistance or turning support. I think we might see some short-term movement to the upside from here. Okay, even it could just continue to go up from here, or it has already created. I think that we might see some bullish move from here now. Okay, because to complete this monthly, what I'm saying, it needs still 3 weeks to pass, right? So in that 3 week, what we could see, either coming here to test this 20 EMA on the monthly, or breaking this and then going up again. So for now, the price already came well below. This is the daily candle, weekly candle, daily. What I think that today the price likely to go up again to test this daily 20 EMA, probably will test this previous support zone turning resistance, and from here we might see coming back here, and then we could see an uprise again. So with that said, on the 4 hour, what I think that US oil, we could see some rise from here. Okay, testing this 20 EMA, and then from this zone we could see a drop again okay, and with that drop we could see here and then finally pushing up. So for me, for short time bullish now, okay, we could see some uprise from this support zone. Okay, looking at Euro GBP, guys, Euro GBP monthly, weekly. Okay, what I think that Euro GBP, you see that there is a bullish engulfer. This is the weekly candle. So after a bullish engulfer, normally in most cases you see a doji. So Euro GBP already forming a doji. What I think that Euro GBP may not go further up this week. But I think that Euro GBP is likely to remain in this zone up and down, will create a bullish doji, and the next week we might see some going up. So looking at daily now with that in mind, today what I think that it will come back down further and then we might see some bullish move on the intraday perspective. Okay, so what we see Euro GBP on the 4 hour, it is bullish. What I think today we might see Euro GBP highly likely that it will come back to this level again, which is expected. If it comes back down to this 20 EMA on the 4 hour and give us a nice looking bullish price action from this level, we will be buying. Okay, Euro looks like stronger, so the best place for buying Euro GBP is to come back to this very important previous resistance turning support, and that point will be a very, so from here if we see a strong bullish candle, then we will be buying for long-term bullish trend. So with that in mind, guys, I'm gonna end this session. I sincerely believe that everyone enjoyed this update on dollar yen, sell dollar yen. Let me look at, okay, dollar yen weekly. Looks like that slowly, as I told you, that when higher time frame bullish trend, lower time frame consolidation and deceleration on the daily. I think that as you see that dollar getting later today, it also might do some up and down, guys. See that it's consolidating, but I think that dollar yen is likely to do something up and down. It's not a good market for now. I think that it might go a lot of up and down, and finally we might see some manipulation here and then finally going up. So for me, I don't see any proper direction on dollar yen, because this kind of price action is not a good one. Looks like that it's gonna come down, but you see that in fact it's manipulating. Okay, it will go up and down a lot of, you see this kind of things happen in the past a lot. Okay, you see how many sometimes it does this all the time. Okay, so I need to see a clear trend and then we'll see what happened. For me, it's very confusing price action. With that in mind, I'm gonna end this session. Thank you very much. Gold we discussed already, and we'll see again on New York session. Hopefully enjoyed it. Make sure, guys, you smash it and also subscribe it and check out the website, and also there is a link at the top.